Sunshine Coast Wanderers, number 1, Sammy Nichols, number 3, Liam Fitzsimons, number 4, Riley Campbell, number 7, Chris Franceschi, number 8, Harry Anderson, number 9, Ethan Galbraith, number 10, Ollie Duncan, number 11, Kezar Walker, number 14, Bailey Word, number 15, Harry Sutherland, and number 41, Andrei Sancheski. Substitutions are number 5, Liam Wright, number 6, Jaden Brown, number 32, Josh Forshey, number 40, Sean McMillan, and number 53, Connor Cullen. The coaches today for Sunshine Coast Wanderers are Paul Anderson, Gold Coast Knights are Scott McDonald.
Well, this is what football is all about. Two sides who have had great starts to their league campaign meet here at Ballinger Park in the NPL. It's Coast versus Coast as Sunshine Coast Wanderers host the Gold Coast Knights. Well, the Wanderers after 3 games have won 2 and lost 1. They hadn't conceded a goal until they met the Lions last week and were comfortably beaten by 6 goals to 1. The Lions are a very top side, but it was a little bit unexpected after very good performances against Penn Power and Logan Lightning. They are looking to bounce back here in the league after that 3-0 win midweek in the Australia Cup. The Knights, who made the trip up the Bruce Highway, started their campaign with a very credible victory against the Lions, coming from behind to win 6-3. They're undefeated this season with 3 wins, and they have bags of confidence going into this game. They were knocked off the top spot yesterday as Olympic came away with a hard-fought victory over Logan Lighting. They will certainly be raring to go to take back that spot tonight. It will be a matter who deals with the expectation best tonight as we gear up for this Sunday afternoon blockbuster. My name is Alan Kroll and I'll be taking you through all the action for FQTV. Well, league results so far prove that this may be one of the most competitive league seasons in a while. All teams really have the potential to take points off each other, and this match is certainly no different. Well, the man in charge of this huge encounter is Max Crane, as Sunshine Coast Wanderers will get us off and running. Well, the Wanderers have been renowned for their aerial presence over the last few years. I imagine it will be much the same this season. That will be Duncan to get us off and running here. And the NPL is early start. The ball does go long. Looking for Gilbraith. And it is thumped away by Martin. It'll be intriguing to see how both these sides start. The Knights looking to maintain that 100% record. As Brimora just caught a little bit late there in the park from Warren. Referee is coming to have a wee word there with Warren. There was a post on the FQ Facebook page. It caused a wee bit of a stir in regards to the sin bin and dissent rules with referees, as they look to stamp down on player dissent. It's Fitzsimmons. We're looking to launch us in the box to use Sunshine Coast Wanderers' aerial ability. It goes exactly there, and it's well saved there from Langdon. Came out and claimed it. Helps ease the defence when you have a keeper with that ability. Commanding presence in the box. It's given away, but picked up in the middle of the park for the Knights is Martin. It's another late challenge. This time on to Paldo. There's Martin. It's William Peake. There's De Silva. There's Martin again, a wee bit of space. Looking for that pass out to Schmidt. That's given away, and here's Bramore to Paldo. Looking to shift it out wide. Murakovic couldn't hold possession. Is Andrei Janowiski. Doing really well to get up the park. Janowiski still going. That's Duncan. Janowiski just gives it straight to Bramore, and he can get the Knights up the park here. Bramore driving at the Wanderers' defence, looking to get to the byline. That is a great bit of defending there by Warren. Well marshalled Bramore as he looked for the line and denies the Knights striker the opportunity to get that ball into the box. Has been quite a fast start from both sides. They're really up for this one. Wanderers want to make home advantage count. Here is Campbell. Campbell looking to try and get that ball into the box. Back to Duncan. That's thumped away from De Silva as he clears his lines. That flag there in the middle of the park put me off a little there. I thought he booted the ball right to the touchline. As Nichols looks long, but it's only picked up by Martin. Now here's William Peake. Invited to bring the ball forward here, Peake. Here's Martin again. Schmidt loses out to Duncan. And Galbraith just couldn't quite get the ball through, but he does really well to win it back. Andrei Janowiski. Wanderers look to recycle it. There's Sunderland. Very composed. Keeps possession for the Wanderers, and it comes back out this left side. Andrei Janowiski. And we come out the other side again. There's Sutherland. Looking for the 1-2 there, Campbell, but he loses possession. And it's still kept as a long ball to Galbraith. So Andrew Janowiski. Duncan. Trying to get that ball into the box quickly. Wanderers, but it is blocked off. And it's a pop from distance, and we have our first shot of the game. Was a little bit wide. Knights were dropping off, so why not have a go? But Langdon will be hoping they come in like that all afternoon. As Martin loses possession there. Walters, Galbraith, and there's a shot that's a little bit better. A nice move from the Wanderers, and it makes its way to Janowiski. But Langdon equal to that strike. Here's Bramore. Nice ball inside. That's a lovely little layoff. Chance here for the Knights. Comes back to Bramore. And he just couldn't keep it down. Intricate passing there from the Knights inside the box. Very composed. Out to Bramore. And he had a wee bit of time as he tries to bend it into that top corner. But up and over it goes for the Knights. And both sides now starting to create chances. We expected it to be a fast start. Both sides now starting to calm down. There's William Peake, and he goes searching forward there, but it is lost, and Wanderers also go long. But that's picked up there by Martin. Poldo. Mirotrovic does enough to get it through to Walker. And here's Brown. Now Martin. It is De Silva on this left side. He brings the ball forward. And they come back now. Here's Nichols. That's Peake again. Back to Nichols. Nichols has it here again. There's great play here from the Knights, so they've worked it really well. But Schmidt couldn't quite keep it down as Nichols floats it in. There's a header and an opportunity there for Bramore once again. Really good play here from the Knights. Makes its way out to Schmidt, and he just couldn't get the ball out from his feet. And it's a fine delivery. But the header from Bramore. Nothing coming of it. There's Galbraith. Not quite the area Wanderers will want them to have possession. That ball goes astray. Back to Langdon, and the Knights have possession once again. That was a comfortable night for the Knights midweek in the Australia Cup, as Scott McDonald rested a number of key players in a 4-0 win over Runaway Bay Soccer Club. Back to a stronger side against the Wanderers this afternoon. Duncan almost caught in possession, but he manages to get away. That's a fine pass. A chance here for the Wanderers. It just doesn't quite fall there for Walters. Another nice move from the Wanderers though, as they do get the ball inside the Knights box, but the opportunity goes begging. There's Fitzsimmons. The captain going to take this throw. Well, sometimes a throw can't be as good as a corner if you have the right player. It goes exactly there, and it just, nothing came of it there. It was a good throw, straight to Galbraith. Tries to bring it down on his chest. But Langdon having that all day as the Knights look to try and come forward quickly. Mirotrovic, and he's caught in possession. The Wanderers now looking to break through Walters. There's Martin. Walters fighting hard for it, but he just couldn't do enough. Martin just clipped there. That's the type of passion you want in these games. Here's Tapaldo. Whips that one in, and it's knocked up away, not entirely clear properly. Duncan helps it on its way. There's a little push in the back there from Nichols. Here's for Simmons. Simmons again up to Galbraith, as he does bring it down well. Here's Sutherland. He looks for that corner flag, but Martins has it. Here's De Silva. Going across his goal as the Knights look to come down this right side with William Peake. There's Nichols. That's nicely worked from the Knights as they've found a little bit of space. There is Mirotrovic. Couldn't quite find the right pass, and the Wanderers now look to break. The turn there from Duncan. Here's Duncan again. Arneson back to Fitzsimmons. The Wanderers happy just to play the ball around. Well, that one goes straight into touch, and Knights have possession back. Does have the feel, both sides really just feeling each other out in these opening stages. Couple of half chances going both ways. Martin's ball there to Peake. That just bounces off Nichols, and the Wanderers can try and break, but they've just given it away, and it comes back now. Here's by Morey. There's Nichols. Martin. Schmidt. Nichols looking for support, and he goes back to Martin. It's a good pressing from the Wanderers. Andrew Janowiski wins it back high up the pitch, but they didn't make anything happen of it. Here's Schmidt now to Nichols. Tries to push his team up the park. That's a heavy touch. There's Peake. Is Brown. Martin once more on the left side of defence. There's Schmidt. There's Da Silva. Galbraith just trying to put a little bit of pressure on, but the rest of his Wanderers teammates have dropped back. There's Peake. Looks inside to Mirotrovic, and it looks like he is caught there. And this is a handy opportunity for the Knights. Just on the outskirts of the box. There's a few players lining up over this one. Nichols has dropped back there. He might fancy it. Brown's there as well. Looks to be something worked off the training ground. 15.5 minutes played. Smartly worked there from the Knights, but nothing comes of it as Muratrovic was the target, intended target. And that is a wasted opportunity for the away side as Schmidt does go long, and Muratrovic does really well to make an opportunity of that, and it is a corner now for the Knights. As this time they might look to try and get the ball into the box, but again the Wanderers do have that aerial ability. This time it's Brown coming across to take this corner as the big lads from the back come up. As De Silva and Martin are inside that box. There's Brown's delivery right on top of the keeper, and the header. What an opportunity that was. Great delivery into the box. And it was Bramori with the header. It was cleared off the line in the end. We'll see again here. It is just turned over by Galbraith. And it's another chance, another opportunity with a corner. The referee having a quick word there with Martin, as there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in that box. There's Brown again. Once again, it's on top of the keeper. De Silva's header. And the referee gives a foul in the end. Ball in there, De Silva. Looked to have used his elbow there. The referee did in the end give a yellow card to Galbraith. Not happy there with the comments from the Wanderers frontman. Well, it is a foul. There's a free kick for the Wanderers. We get back off and running here from Nichols, and it does go to Galbraith. And he holds up really well. There's Campbell looking for Galbraith, and it's headed away by De Silva. Galbraith was just claiming that he was hit by the elbow of De Silva. As Fitzsimmons will go for another long throw in into the box. This time it does actually go short. As Fitzsimmons then whips it in with left foot. It falls for Galbraith, and it's squeezed into the back of the net by Galbraith, and the Wanderers have the lead. The throw in works short, comes back out to Fitzsimmons. It's whipped in with pace, and Galbraith just puts a leg on it and puts it beyond Langdon. And we're off and running here in the Coast v Coast derby. Wanderers have the lead against the Knights, and the Knights have it all to do once more if they're trying to maintain this 100% record. It's the perfect start for the Wanderers. It's exactly what they would have wanted. The first 20 minutes is always key in a game. How will the Knights respond now? Here's Martin. Out to William Peake. There's Nichols. Mitrovic brings it down well, and he just loses out. As the Wanderers again look to try and come away. There's De Silva playing it back to Langdon. There's Nichols. That ball just gone out of play. Wanderers are very difficult to beat at home. The Gold Coast Knights actually haven't won at the Sunshine Coast since 2019 as Galbraith brings that one down in the box. And there's a deep delivery. It's headed clear. It's given away in the end by Campbell. The Knights have to keep their composure. The Wanderers really have their tail up. There's Peak. Nichols back to Peak. There's Nichols again. He might get caught there in possession, and he's given it away. Chance now for the Wanderers. There's Arneson, and Galbraith finding a little bit of room in the box. He cuts it back across. That was the right idea, but nothing quite happening there for the Wanderers, as the Knights now look to break quickly here through Mitrovic. It is Nichols. Wanderers working really hard to get back into position. To cut off any movement, here's Schmidt. Martin making the overlap and run. Opts to go back to Brown. Here's William Peak. Mitrovic. Back again to Peak. There's Brown. There's De Silva. Here's Martin. There's the angle ball there from Brown, and it's a great shout from Nichols as he tells Warren to leave it. It's Galbraith, and he wins it again. Here's Galbraith. Fantastic asset up front for any club to have. Player of that presence up front. There's Sutherland. There's a wee layoff as it looks through for Andrew Janowiski. But he's just beaten there by Schmidt. There's Martin to De Silva. Nichols to Brown. Brown caught in possession this time by Andrew Janowiski. Here's Galbraith. The ball now out to Duncan. Duncan plays it in as Galbraith the target. Is Chris Janowiski. It's been a really good spell this. The Wanderers. Is Sutherland. He just gives it away to Schmidt. And here is Nichols, the captain, pushing his team forward now. It's Peak. Comes across to Martin. Schmidt back to Martin. Now Brown. Here's Nichols. A little bit of space starting to show here. Now here's Peak. Back to Nichols. Looking for some options. There's Tapaldo with the shot. Straight down the throat of Nichols. Decent attempt there from Tapaldo. Works it well into the right peg. Nichols will be saving that all afternoon. There's Martin. De Silva up to Peak. Pitch starting to look like it's digging up slightly. As we know, the under-23 game was cancelled. this evening. Here is Peak. Nichols again. He's Tapaldo. And now it comes out to Schmidt. Back in now to Brown. Tapaldo again. Nichols now. Out to Peak. And Peak might fancy a shot here. But it's blocked there by Warren. There's Nichols. Switches it to Martin. Martin now takes a little bit of a heavy touch and he loses out. And the Wanderers now can break up the field quickly. There's Galbraith. The 1-2 just intercepted by De Silva. The opportunity still alive as Brown doesn't quite do enough. Andrew Janowiski. Now to Duncan. Chris Janowiski. Duncan again. I just wastes that opportunity as he tries to. Looks like he tried to play the ball with outside of his foot, but he gives away possession. And Nichols now. It's a fine ball. Out now to Schmidt. Nichols wants it back. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt whips it in and it's dealt with there by Fitzsimmons. Round for a corner. Another good move from the Knights. Down this left side, Schmidt and Nichols. And turned around by the skipper. It's another corner chance here now for the Gold Coast Knights, and so far they've been pretty dangerous. Fine delivery as a header. Away there by Duncan, but the opportunity is still alive. Second attempt at the delivery goes towards the far post. Once again it's headed clear now. De Silva tries to keep this one alive. It goes back to Nichols as the Knights look to reset. There's Walker. Nichols looking for some options and there's nothing really moving ahead of him as Brown looks to Schmidt. He's Tapaldo. Schmidt again. Lovely turn there from Tapaldo. Looked to have been caught, but the referee didn't see much in that. There's Brown. Brown finding a little bit of room. Works the 1-2. Out now to Walker. He fires across and again it's dealt with there by Campbell this time. Another corner chance here for the Knights as the Wanderers look to try and weather this storm from the away side. Brown coming across to take this one rather quickly. Slightly different setup this time from the Knights as De Silva is on the penalty box, but it goes exactly there. The Wanderers again thump it away, and Arneson is just caught late there just as he got the ball to safety. The Wanderers holding firm under this Knights pressure. The last 5 minutes or so, dealing with the corners really well and really blocking any movement. And when they've had to, they've pumped that ball to Rosed. Oh, one from De Silva. It's going to be a great matchup between De Silva and Galbraith. You can already tell that he's a man that's going to be on Galbraith the majority of this game. Here's William Peake. Walker back to Peake. There's Martin. There's Brown. Peake. That's Nichols. It's a fine ball into Rachovic, and he plays it back into Brimora. But it's well saved there from Nichols. Another good move from the Knights. They're working it quickly, a nice layoff. Brimore's shot saved there by Nichols. Goal kick went straight to Galbraith as expected, and he was fouled, and there's a free kick now for the Wanderers. As Fitzsimmons comes across, he will look to play it into the box, I think. That's where all the players have gone. That's what they're expecting. Goes towards that far post. There's Galbraith there, and it ended up making its way all the way through to Campbell. I think he was expecting someone else to get a touch on it, and he ended up slipping himself. It was a deep delivery. It looked like Campbell was the target. I think he was expecting it to make its way through, and the opportunity goes begging. Really changed the feel in this game if the Wanderers did get that second goal. There's Martin. There's Brown. There's Peak to bring it forward. There's Nichols. Right to Walker. Nichols looking for that 1-2. It was slightly heavy from the skipper, and it is marshalled out for that goal kick. Not the best of kickouts there from Nichols, but Wanderers did have it, and the ball asking a lot there of Tipaldo. Does manage to keep it in. There's Schmidt. There's Brown. There's Peak. Nichols. Nicely worked, Schmidt. It's a nice move, Brown. Schmidt looks to whip it in. His left foot cross goes a little bit deep. And Galbraith does brilliantly well as he gets Wanderers up the park, and that's the angled path. Just quite not in the reach there of Andrew Janowiski. As he gives away the ball to Silva. And he catches Andrew Janowiski. That was a good opportunity for the Wanderers. You can see the importance of Galbraith and the way they play. He is their target man, and he gets the team right up the park at every opportunity. Even when he had the ball there in his own half, he worked hard. Just didn't quite pay off, but once again, Knights comfortable on the ball. They've had a lot of possession in the last 10 minutes. The Wanderers defending well and trying to break quickly. There's Nichols. Find it difficult to make use of the chances they've had, the Knights. Wanderers defending brilliantly, marshalling them from left to right. Not too many gaps. There's Brown. Looks for that 1-2, gets it back, and Brown's shot doesn't keep that one down, but once again it is worked quickly from the Knights. Fast passing movements. Wanderers will be happy for them to shoot from that range all afternoon. Ball looking for Galbraith, but Martin heads it into touch. Everything going to plan so far for the Wanderers. And Sutherland. Well, this is a position that the Wanderers got the opening goal from. Fitzsimmons look to work something similar again, I think. Once again, it is set up for the long throw, but whether this happens this time or not. It is a long throw to Galbraith. He does win the flick on. But it ends up going straight to Langdon. As this time the Knights look to break quickly as Nichols, not the fastest of players in the Knights side. Wanderers working really hard to get back. You can really see the effort they're making to get back into that back line when they lose the ball and how quickly they try and break. Whether or not they can keep this up is yet to be seen, but it's been a good 36 minutes or so for the home side as they have the lead here. There's Peak. Ball into Bramora. He gets it across. Again, it's Sutherland. He knocks it into touch. A throw in now. On this far side with Walker. Bramora. It's Walker. Just comes away with it. And it's worked well into Peak. And he loses out possession, and there's Galbraith. It's nicely worked from Galbraith, and Wanderers trying to force their way up the field. Andrew Jarviski just unable to hit the ball into his stride. There's Da Silva. Silva's pass not quite hitting Walker, and it did make its way out. The Wanderers have possession with the throw. Another long throw, and Galbraith the target. He almost won that too. And the shot there from distance was very much over the bar, not troubling Langdon at all. Here's Martin. Had quite a lot of the ball in the opening stages for the Knights, him and William Peake. He's looked to turn defence into attack. Here is Martin once more. There's Schmidt. Fouled on Schmidt. Working the 1-2. Comes back across to De Silva. Wanderers have everyone inside there. Back third. And that is offside on Bramora. Well, with 5 minutes or so to go till half time, the Knights looking for that spark. They've huffed and puffed in this opening 45, but Wanderers have dealt with everything that's come at them. Got one there from Brown. Bramora now, and a little bit of room. Is this the opportunity that they've been asking for? Bramora walks into the box, but it's defended well for Campbell. It is whipped in, and Fitzsimmons clears. There's Brown trying to work a shot. Out now to Schmidt, back to Brown. Brown does whip that one in, and it's cleared away. This opportunity is still alive there with Walker. Once again, the Wanderers clear. There's Nichols with Peake. Now De Silva. There's Brown. Not an awful lot of space in front of them here. It's Peak, Walker making the overlap. There's Brown and Martin. There's Schmidt. Inside to Nichols. Schmidt wants it back there. That's worked well there from the Knights. It does come across. Fitzsimmons clears and Galbraith winning the ball for his side. So far back there, the striker. And he's so strong on the ball, and he does brilliant to get his side up the park and relieve the pressure on that back line. Kanaviski. Knights putting on the high press. There's Campbell. They're just outnumbered there as Martin looks into Nichols. And now here's William Peak. Tapaldo comes away with it. And now here's Bramora, and he fires it across, and the captain gets it to safety. And then there's a foul on Duncan as he just caught there from Peak. Looks to be in a little bit of trouble there. Clearance from Fitzsimmons wasn't quite good enough. Duncan just tries to help it on. No intention there on Peak. He tries to win the ball, but Duncan looks like he's in a fair bit of pain as he calls on the referee calls on the physio. He does look in a lot of discomfort. He has been fantastic in that back line for Wanderers. That's been intriguing. 43 minutes, both sides started off really fast, high energy. Game began to settle as the Wanderers took the lead. The Knights huffing and puffing, trying to get back in the game. The Wanderers happy to sit back and soak up the pressure and break away. It helps when you have a player of Galbraith's quality up front. There's Brown and Tapaldo. There's Bramora. Bramora gets it across, and again it's Sullivan who gets rid of that one. Wanderers temporarily down to 10 men. There's Nichols. Nichols trying to work a little bit around out. It comes to the far side with Schmidt. Schmidt plays that one in. It's dealt with in the second attempt, but it comes out to Brown. Looked like he fancies a shot there. As Campbell helps it away. De Silva has it. Nichols. Duncan makes his entrance again back onto the field. Now Walker, Nichols, trying to force it through. Duncan once again looking for Galbraith, but possession back with the Knights as we approach half time. It is Nichols. There's Schmidt, Bramora, Maracevic. Schmidt fires it in, it's headed away. Once again, there's Arneson, uses Campbell to clear. And to added time here is Nichols working it forward. Bramora lays it off. There's Schmidt. Back to Brown. Brown with a deep delivery. And Nichols will be catching them all night. Galbraith wins that, but it bounces off him into the path of Schmidt. Now here's Brown. It is Nichols now, he's got Peak on the outside. Wanderers sitting so far deep as we approach half time. Now here they look to counter now. It's Duncan. Wanderers in no hurry to take this throw in as their captain Fitzsimmons comes across to take the long throw once more. The perfect time to score as Fitzsimmons looks for Galbraith. It's headed clear but not far enough. Heavy touch though from Arneson. Back there to Campbell, he fires it in. It is dealt with as Brymore tries to come away, and that is half time here in the NPL. It has been an intriguing opening 45 minutes. Opening goal from Galbraith from a well worked throw in on this far side as he beat Langdon to his far left. The Knights huffed and puffed to try and get back in the game, but at half time here is Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1. Gold Coast Knights 0.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
Well, welcome back to Ballinger Park here at the Sunshine Coast as we prepare for the second 45. Sunshine Coast Wanderers have a 1-goal advantage going into the second half. A well-worked opening goal, and they sat deep and defended well and repelled any Knights attack. Knights looking for a goal in the second 45. Players working under a very top goal scorer in Scott McDonald. Scored many goals, many big goals in his career in the Champions League for Celtic against Barcelona and Man United, to name a few. Knights to get us off and running as Max Crane blows his whistle as we start the second 45. Will it be much of the same, or will we see something different from the Knights? Here's Nichols. There's Peake, looks out for Walker. Peake making that overlap and run. Nichols comes out to Peake. Looks into Nichols. Walker trying to get it back, but Galbraith helping his defence and numbers as the Wanderers look to break. Well, Knights were behind against the Lions, and they came back and won that game, and they were behind as well against Brisbane City and won both those games. Can they also do it here away from home at the sunny coast, place where they've struggled to get 3 points of late? There's Martin. A little bit of space opening up now. Schmidt plays it across, but he just couldn't prick out Bramora. It was a right idea. Christian Aviski fighting hard for that and wins it off Walker. There's Simmons. Is Warren. There's Fitzsimmons. There's Sutherland. Campbell. And the flick on just makes its way to Silva, who knocks that one into touch. There's Duncan mopping up that danger. And Nichols. There's Warren. Galbraith the target. And it's Martin this time that wins that duel. Throw taken quickly this time. There's Sutherland, and he's Duncan. Duncan works hard, and Aviski to Warren. And there's space here, and Aviski makes it into the box. Still alive though here for Galbraith with a 1-2 with Sutherland. It is fired across. The volley from Walters. There was another nice little bit of play there from the Wanderers, and Walters could keep that down. That was a big chance. And as the same as the first half, the throw-ins are just as good as corners for the Wanderers, as Fitzsimmons has that in his locker. There's another big throw. Galbraith wins the flick on. He's trying to launch a counter, and the foul in the end is made, and Nichols needlessly jumping into Duncan. He's trying to get the ball back quickly. Duncan took it away from him. Max Crane going to have a word with him. And he does give a yellow card to both players. Well, there's been quite a lot of cards across the divisions in Football Queensland at the early stages of this season. Quite a few red cards as well. That's another challenge from Duncan. It was a heavy one. Referee wants that one taken back a little bit. Knights trying to find a way through this Wanderers defence. Substitution was made there by the Wanderers as Duncan makes way. Forshea comes on as a volley from Bramora, claiming a handball. Didn't quite see enough in it, and it does go out. The Wanderers throw, they defended that well. Free kick actually, and they go along quickly to Galbraith. Walters trying to find some room for him. And he is caught. And another chance here for the Wanderers just to launch the ball into the box. It's Fitzsimmons coming across to take it. There's a deep delivery, it is headed away. The Knights might be able to try and find a little bit of room. Here's Maratrovic. And he's crowded out by the strong defence. Arneson working really hard to prevent that breakaway. It's the Knights' turn to make a couple of substitutions themselves. They've got a very, very strong squad. It's like Schmidt and Walker have made way. They'll be a little bit quieter in the second half. There's De Silva. Here's Forshea. Here's Raviski. Forshea wants it back. He gets it back. And there's a big opportunity at the front post there for Walters. Forshey, the substitute, doing really well, working hard. Gets the ball into the box and Walters tries to beat Langdon at the near post. Well, the keeper keeps it out. Big chance now for the Wanderers. There's Fitzsimmons' corner. There's a deep one, there's a free header, and there's a big save from Langdon. De Silva clears it. And it is put in the net, but Max Crane had already called a foul. Galbraith went for the spectacular. There's Martin under a bit of pressure to lay it back to De Silva. And here's Langdon. Woodward trying to make his way down that left side as Beckwith takes the throw quickly. 55 minutes played. And it is the Wanderers that have had the best opportunities to score in the second 45. In the other game in the NPL, Peninsula Power have gone a goal down to Brisbane Roar Youth. There's a switch now to Peak as he looking to bring the ball forward quickly. There's Ludwig. Out to Beckwith. On to Ratrovic. And it is Nichols. The Knights looking for a spark here. As Peak, Martin has possession. Back to Nichols. Martin has it. It is Peak. Nichols once more. He's just giving it away, but it just couldn't quite. Walters couldn't get it into his stride. Space now here for Beckwith. Back it comes to Brown, and Brown goes for it. That was a decent attempt from range, and it might have taken a wee deflection on its way as it goes out for a corner. Beckwith works it well, and he coolly plays it back to Brown. Did take a nick. The Knights have a corner. Once again, the Knights crowding the goalkeeper with this corner as the referee has his eyes very much fixed there. As Brown with a more driven delivery. Galbraith clears. Comes back out to Brown. It's a floated delivery this time. Again, it's dealt with from the Wanderers as they hold firm. As Christian Aviski wins a foul, and it was a needless tackle there though from De Silva. That'll be a yellow card for him. It's exactly what Christian Aviski would have wanted there, under a little bit of pressure. And the foul's given away, and now all the pressure that was on the Wanderers is gone. Nichols with a deep kick looking for Galbraith. Silva knocks it into the sky. Walters wins the header. Silva clears on the second attempt. One on a little bit of pressure. Uses Saloon to make the clearance. Ball's bouncing around now in the middle of the park here. It's Warren. Looking for Walter. Flicked on by Maracevic. And now here's Brimora. Gets past the challenge. Brimora now in space, and he had options in the centre. But he tried to go himself and he didn't make Nichols work at all. All comes from Maracevic's header. Nichols gets the better of Fitzsimmons. He had a couple options there to cut it across, but his attempt not good enough there to trouble Nichols. Game opening up though. Here's Beckwith again. He plays it across. Fitzsimmons there. Once more as Wanderers holding strong. Knights now looking to flex their muscles to get back in this game. Is Brown. Now Nichols. Out to Beckwith. Ludwig. Into Brown. Brown tries to find its way through. Ludwig into Maracevic. Now here's Martin. Plays it across and well read by Nichols. The Knights working really hard to break down this Wanderers defence. Martin's ball across was well read from Langdon. The foul there by Pekin. The Wanderers have an opportunity here again to put the ball into the box just past the halfway mark. That's another substitution here by the Knights. Looks like Maracevic is making way. We'll get confirmation of that full substitution in due time. There's Fitzsimmons on the ball as he more than likely look to go long. There's a long ball, but it is a big shout there from Langdon. Anderson. It's a better Beckwith. Galbraith looking for the 1-2, but Da Silva marshals that one out of play as we go past the hour mark. Scott McDonald making his changes, showing the depth of quality in his side. Will someone stand up? De Vita was the man that came on for Maracevic. Scored an absolute worldie in the Australia Cup midweek. Beautiful strike into the top corner. That's something that the Knights will need. Will he be the one to bring the spark? It's Galbraith. Walters gets past the challenge. He looks inside for Andre Janowiski. The Knights come away again. De Vita just caught in possession as he tries to work it with Tapaldo. And that is a foul and a half there by Da Silva. Here's Nichols. Challenge to the back there, Brimora. And this is a free kick in another good area. As Sillerin comes through the back of Brimora, but it looks like he's in a wee bit of trouble as well. The physio comes on. There's another good area here for the Knights. They had one of these in the first half. Tried to work a little routine. They might be better off just trying to be a little bit more direct as they go past the hour mark. Sullivan just working that one off. The referee not allow him to stay on the park as he has to go off. As the physio came on, and he'll have to wait to see if his side can defend this free kick. There's the two playmakers over the wall. It is over the ball, sorry. It's Nichols and Brown. It is Brown who fancies it, takes a deflection off the wall and goes round for a corner. Sometimes anything can happen with those type of free kicks. And a decent whip in it. Brown comes quickly across to take this corner once more for the Knights as they try to save their 100% record. There's Brown, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick. Not his best corner, as again he looks to put the pressure on. Is Galbraith, and he is caught there, and Galbraith is already on a yellow, and it is a second yellow as Sunshine Coast Wanderers go down to 10 men. Galbraith pleading his innocence, but he just catches William Peake. And 65 minutes played here, the Wanderers are down to 10 men. And Galbraith has really been their outlet. This is a huge loss for the hosts. It's a bustling, battling performance from Galbraith, but how will the Wanderers respond with him not on the field? He's been winning everything in the air for them. It might be the spark that Knights need. A little bit of confidence now. They've got the extra man on the park, but sometimes that doesn't actually help. It is Sutherland taking his free kick now as Fitzsimmons remains in the centre of the park. That ball goes all the way through to Langdon. Gets us off and running again through William Peake. And De Silva now to Ludwig. Well, 23 minutes for the Wanderers to hold on with 10 men. There's Nichols. Ludwig. Beckwith. Back to Ludwig. Wanderers sitting so deep here. The angle ball from Nichols, it's headed clear. And helped on by Janowiski. Nothing claimed there as Nichols plays it in. Here's William Peake, touches it onto that left foot. Comes back out now to Nichols. Looking to whip it with his right foot. Again it goes there. Again the Wanderers clear. There's Peake. He loses out to Walters as he looks to get the ball down the park. But that will relieve the pressure on the Wanderers back line. Galbraith is going to be a huge miss up front for them. Always got to watch yourself when you're on a yellow. Here's this. Now Nichols. There's Ludwig. Beckwith. All the way back to Peak. Yeah, it's credit to the Wanderers. We haven't seen much of the attacking players of Gold Coast Knights. There's DeVita. And they've given it away, the Knights, and Walters tries to come away. Here's Janowiski. Into his namesake. As Peak touches it into play. Will the Wanderers still go with this long throw without Galbraith inside the box? It doesn't look like it here. As Warren is the man to take the throw this time. There's a throw into Onison. Not really dealt with. Referee didn't deem hands were used there, but the Knights can come away once more. Here's Beckwith. It's given away as Sutherland just thumps it into touch, and there's not. There wasn't even a single Wanderers player inside the Knights half there. And now he's Peak. Martin. So far up on this right side, it's working with Peak. DeVita loses possession as Forshea. Now Walters, and he wants it back. He's been really good since coming off the bench here, Forshea. Looking for a bit of support, and he does find it. There's Forshea. There's a switch out now to Onison. Onison looking to get the ball across, and he fires it in. Another fine move from the Wanderers. Not afraid to get players forward despite being down to 10 men. Onison taking on his man, getting to the byline, firing it across. There's the confidence to beat Beckwith there. Wanderers still trying to create opportunities when they can. Knights struggling to find a way through the Wanderers. He had Ludwig. And on this right side now, is Da Silva and Nichols. Ball it to Beckwith. He slipped on the field, and from William Peake's pass, the referee not having it. It's Nichols now. Out to Martin. Martin shimmies it onto his right foot. Couldn't get it across, but he wins his side. A corner. The Wanderers players complaining of a handball when Beckwith slipped on the pitch, but it was difficult to see. And here's Brown to take. Knights need some inspiration. There's DeVita. Back to Brown. Brown with the angle ball in, and there's a header from Tapaldo. It was a decent delivery. Tapaldo got his head onto it, but again, they just can't trouble Nichols. He hasn't really had much to do despite all this pressure from the Knights. Got to make the keeper work. The home side doing everything they can to frustrate the Gold Coast Knights. This is a much better, well-drilled defensive performance from the Wanderers than they did against the Lions. They expected it may have been a blip, and it's showing here. Ballingall Park is a very difficult venue, especially when the home side dig deep, as they have done as we approach the 75-minute mark. There's Sutherland. There's Nichols. Silva. William Peake under a bit of pressure there. Does do enough. There's Ludwig. Got Martin on his outside. Looks for Brown. Arneson with the ball now out to Warren. This is to Ludwig in possession. Brown to Silva. Landed on a bit of pressure there. Wanderers putting pressure on the front line, and Nichols now. There might be a little bit of space in the back as the Wanderers a little bit slow to get back here. There's Nichols. Out now to Beckwith. He whips that one in, and Tapaldo was there waiting for it. There's Martin, and he fires it in, and it's cleared away. Still opportunity though there. Ludwig, Tapaldo! Straight at the keeper. Decent attempt. From inside the box, controls it well. Martin fired it in initially. Ludwig smartly into Tapaldo. But Nichols with the stop. There's Davira out to Martin. Back to Brown. Wanderers are sitting deeper and deeper here. Beckwith. Nichols with a run. Plays it across, and again it is dealt with. The Wanderers dealing with all these balls into the box. Brown fills everybody by picking out DeVita. Just couldn't quite get his shot away, DeVita. Still has it though. There's Nichols. Nichols works it onto that right foot again. Wanderers working so hard here. There's a delivery from Brown. The header from Ludwig. And it might find its way in. It's cleared off the line. What an opportunity that was for the Knights. The ball from Brown was flicked on, and somehow it was stopped on its way. The Wanderers working so hard in this game now. They're desperately trying to hold on for what would be a huge 3 points. Nichols is down in the box. That'll give a chance for the rest of his teammates to get a wee drink of water here, as they breathe a sigh of relief. Well, in the other NPL game at halftime, Peninsula Power and Brisbane Royal Youth are locked at 1-1. At this stage, I think the Knights would take that full time here. The Wanderers proving very difficult to break down and to find space. Here's Brown. Tapaldo, shot is blocked, back to Brown. Looks out to Obvious delivery, it's headed away. Not far enough. Ludwig wants that back, Martin looks inside to DeVita. DeVita caught there, and Tapaldo's a little bit upset as he was inside the box, an opportunity, but he was caught by Walters, and it's another yellow card in this game. Players not happy at all. Game's starting to get a little bit heated. Players just have to try and get on with the game. There's a lot of passion in this one. There's the Wanderers fighting so hard. Went down to 10 men at the 65-minute mark. It is Brown to take for the Knights. And they find a way back in it. Looks like it's a routine. It is a deep delivery to the far post. It is Nichols. He whips it back across. There's a header there. And again, the Wanderers get rid of it. And it's Walters who kicks it into touch. There's Brown. There's DeVita. It's another foul there. Late challenge from Forshey this time. DeVita plays that one early. Lithely plays it across. There's a big opportunity. Brian Mora this time. The Knights taking it quickly. Smart from DeVita. The ball across. Brian Mora had time. He's got to hit the target. It looked like it may have just bobbled on this surface as it made its way through. And the chance goes begging. 10 minutes for the Wanderers to hold on for a huge, huge 3 points. As Nichols didn't really have any targets. That's what they're missing in Galbraith. Here's William Peake to Brown. Once again, Wanderers quick to get back. They're sitting so deep. Here's Peake. Beckwith, Nichols now. Nichols trying to get it across, but again, it's well marshalled. Nichols leaving it for Brown. And they opt to play it short. Comes back to Brown. There's DeVita. Brown. There's DeVita. And he goes long. There's a flick on. Headed down there by Ludwig, but nothing comes of it. Here's Beckwith. And it's Peake. Brown. DeVita. Martin. Now Beckwith. DeVita wants it back, and it's thumped away all the way back to Landon. Wanderers working extremely hard to hold on. The Knights trying to find their way through. Here's Brown. It is Beckwith. Martin. Gets past Martin, breaks into the box, plays it across. Again, the Wanderers hold firm. It is Brown. Peake. DeVita now. And there's the shot covering range. Over the bar it goes. And that will really suit the Wanderers. 7 minutes now to go. Time is against the Knights. Ball just batters against Martin and Nichols now. They try to break quickly. A little bit of space here for Beckwith. And Beckwith goes for it. And it goes well over the bar. That's not the move they're after. DeVita making a run on the outside. It's just not quite happening for the Knights. Haven't quite been at their fluent best. And all credit for that goes to the Wanderers. Well won by Christian Aviske, and he's working to keep the pressure on, but won there by Simza Forshey. And Ryan was claiming that he was caught there, but Forshey definitely was. There's Warren to take. Warren aiming for that corner flag, not surprisingly. And it's headed out by Ludwig. Wanderers just not in any rush at all to take this. Let's throw in on the near side. Less than 5 minutes of normal time to play. Wanderers up to keep it in the corner. There's Ryan. Ryan tries to win a foul. The referee not having any of it as the Knights now trying to go quickly. There's Peak now to Beckwith. Trying to take on his man, but he's not got by there. Here's DeVita. Ludwig. Over space from Ryan. Other 1-2. DeVita. Big chance here for the skipper, Nichols, and he couldn't get it out between his feet. That's a little bit better from the Knights as they work it into the space. But Nichols just couldn't get the shot away. And it's a corner now here for Brown. Time is very much against the Knights. There's the delivery. Headed towards goal. There's Nichols again. And it's thumped home. The Knights are level. It's William Peake with the goal. And the Knights have the equaliser. It broke for Nichols. He couldn't quite get the shot away. But William Peake was there, and the Wanderers, who have held on for so long, down to 10 men, will feel rather hard done by with 3 minutes to go. The Knights are level. There's De Silva, the Knights. This would be something special. Despite the Wanderers being down to 10 men, but to score 2 late goals to win it would be tremendous. The Wanderers will do everything they can to stop that from happening, but here is Brown. Out to Martin. There's Brown. There's a chance for Ludwig. Gets the ball and puts it across, and it comes back off the bar. Tipaldo thought he'd done it. Space beginning to opening up as the Wanderers tire. Ludwig gets it across and Tipaldo couldn't find the net. That was a huge moment in this game. Here's Ryan. And Martin, though, the Knights return possession as Martin coming away. There's a little bit of a shot pull there for Ryan, and it's a chance for the Knights to play it quickly. There's Nichols. DeVita. Out to Brown. And that's not what they needed there, the Knights. The Wanderers with an excellent defensive performance, no matter how this game finishes. There's a big loss losing Galbraith up front. That was their outlet. There's a little bit of space though now here for Christian Aviske, and it might fall. A huge chance there for McMillan, and he claimed he was fouled. McMillan with the chance for the Wanderers, for them to snatch it. But here come the Knights from back to front. There's a ball to Martin. Under a bit of pressure there. Ludwig. Back to De Silva. There's Brown. Now into added time. Here's Ludwig. Got to get the ball in the box. He does whip it in. That's cleared away. Knights looking for a corner there, but it came off Davita. There's Nichols. What a thrilling end to this game. There's Nichols now. And William Peake. There's Beckwith driving into the box. Beckwith gets by his man. He plays it across. It's just nicked away as it looked to fall for Martin. Here's Ludwig. Keeps it alive. Nichols to Brown. Brown looking for Beckwith. He slips on this field, but he does keep it. Back to Peake, the goal scorer. Now Brown. There's Nichols. There's Davita. And he loses out. That goes out for a Wanderers throw. Well, the Knights have done everything they can to make this as good as possible for their players. They, instead of coming up to us before kickoff from the Gold Coast to the Sunshine Coast, they stayed in a hotel in the Sunshine Coast. So they're fit and ready for this 4:15 kickoff. It has been a real intriguing battle between these two sides. There's McMillan. Putting De Silva under pressure. But he does enough, and now here's Nichols. And there's William Peake. Back to Brown. Peake looked to have been fouled, and referee gives it. And this may be the last opportunity for the Knights to get the ball in the box. Will they go for it? Will they play it around? Everyone forward for the Knights. There's Brown's delivery. And it goes all the way through. Goalkeeper in no man's land. And it's off the line. A huge moment. As the Wanderers now look to break. And they have bodies forward. Here's Forshey. And it's a poor pass out wide. What a moment that could have been. Here's Davita. And it doesn't find its way to Martin. The Wanderers are working so hard. That is an unbelievable block on the line. After Nichols was in no man's land, it is a long ball towards the far post, and it's poor. As the referee does blow the full-time whistle here at Ballingar Park. A really hard-working, disciplined performance in the second half from the Wanderers, as they do earn this point. The Gold Coast Knights did have many opportunities, but credit to the Wanderers as they fought really hard, and in the end, a draw, probably the fair result. It's finished here. Sunshine Coast Wanderers 1, Gold Coast Knights 1 in the Coast v Coast match here in the NPL. Thanks for joining me. I've been Alan Kroll. See you next time.